Yo, 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 yo. What we doing? This how we do it. What's good? Yeah, man. It was a good couple fights yesterday. A good couple fights yesterday. Oh, good couple fights yesterday, man. For sure, for sure. Yes, indeed. What's good with you? Hello, world. What's going on? Salute, fam. Salute to you too, man. You know it. I'm just scrolling through my phone. But that boy Shador had a hell of a day, man. Damn. Yeah, that boy had a hell of a day. Shador had a hell of a day, man, for sure. I like what I saw from Shador. Then of course, I'm looking at this Florida, this Florida and Cotto fight. Yeah, I'm looking at the Florida and Cotto fight over here. You know, I like to go back and look at them old fights. Let me see. What we doing? What's good? What's going on? When you out of school, Arden, what's good with you, bro? Yes, sir. Man, we over here looking at Twitter and shit like that. Yeah, looking at Twitter. What's going on, man? Shit, man. It was a good day of fights yesterday, man, for sure. I definitely enjoyed the fights yesterday, man. First time in a long time that I just got a chance to sit down and watch some boxing, man. First time in a long time. First time in a love. Oh, you love that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a couple of them, man. Couple of them from the person who made the designer, shit like that. So yeah, I got a couple other shit. I think he about to drop a whole nother about to drop a whole line. You know what I'm saying? About to drop a whole line. But yeah, man. Flawless mentality. What's up with you, bro? Going on with it? Elevation, the God, goddess of always. Hello, world, boxing family. What's up with you, bro? What's going on? I know it been a minute for me, man. I be having so much other shit going on, bro. Really do. Be having some more other shit going on. But yeah, man, good set of fights last night, man. Shit, I got a chance to see. I really got a chance to really pay attention to Abdullah Mason, man. Y'all know I support. That's one thing about me. I support people that I support. You know what I mean? But then you got people who gonna support people only for a certain length of time, and then they gonna switch. You know, kind of how like people switch draws. You know what I mean? I'm just glad that I'm ultimately glad that God blessed me with a mind to to have morals and integrity. You know what I'm saying? Really am. Because I've seen so many people crashing out. I've seen so many people crashing out about a fight. I mean, bro, you got grown ass men getting wet between the legs, bro. You got grown ass men getting wet between the legs. That shit crazy, bro. I ain't never seen so many people find out like that. You know what I mean? Never seen those. I never seen so many people find out like that. But I also ain't never seen grown men get wet between the legs for real. I ain't never seen no shit like that, boy. That's some new shit. Yeah, that's some new shit right there. You got grown ass men getting wet between the legs. I'm talking about wet. I'm talking about them niggas so wet, they about to come. Shit, boy. Never seen no shit like that, boy. But you know, I could tell people, man, shit, regardless of the fact, you know what I mean? Like, prime example, you know, everybody know I'm a big fan of Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm a big fan of Leo Santa Cruz. Uh shit, I ain't want to see him in I didn't want to see him in tank fight. Shit, but I had to sit there. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit there. Shit, I didn't want to see Norman and Dale fight, but I had to sit there. And then not only that, that's like a little brother. I've been knowing the little nigga since he was 13, 14 years old. I had to sit there. I had to endure that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, another one coming up. Everybody know I support everybody know I support Cool Boy Steph and Shock Foster. Get what? I gotta sit there and do that. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Pierce and Steph Fulton been going at it. Get what? I gotta sit back and do that. You know what I mean? I gotta watch that. I gotta set people I fuck with go at it. That's a part of the game. But then you know you got some people who don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who been over here probably one time, ain't never been over here, but just because they see the word Norman or just because they see the word Haney, they got the most to say, not knowing they thank you. So like I say, before I get started about the fight, so it's just like this with me. If you never been over here, my thing was, did you even look through the catalog? Did you even see where I'm probably about the only person on YouTube who never talked about Devin and Ryan? Uh, did you go through the catalog and see where I was probably the only person on YouTube who broke down and rewind the fight of Devin fighting Lomachenko? We missed that. So you know, like I said before, you just got people who uh who get wet between the legs. You get people who just be wet between the legs, man, and they just be so fanned out, man. And that shit disturb. That shit is very, very disturbing, though. You know what I mean? You got people who think that I wasn't gonna go live after the fight or post a video after the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I look, I sit here through it all. I sit here and let people lie on me. Um, I've sat here and let people call me names. Uh, what else? Uh, I've let people create fucking narratives. I've let people do that. I think that says a lot about my character. And uh, because at the end of the day, I don't think nobody could walk a mile in my shoes. Uh, when Wilder lost, guess what? I had to sit through that. I had to sit through that. And I might have been, and I think only person who might have said something to me after Wilder lost was, I think it was Drew. Drew was like, shit, bro, was good. Bro, I'm like, bro, hey, it's just a fight, my nigga. You gotta shit, toughen up, tighten up. It's just a fight. It's all it is, just a fight. You guys Drew yourself. Drew like, bro, how you so calm, bro? It's a fight, bro. Like, somebody gotta win, somebody gotta lose. But you should never be ashamed. You should never be ashamed of who you support. And social media got people feeling like King Diggling. Some people got social media got people feeling like they can say whatever the fuck they want to you because they know they ain't got to see you. But everybody know I be at fights. I be at fights. So you gotta understand. Like if I really wanted to, I go to every fight, every fight card that is. I fly for free, so like I can really go to all the fight. I'm in and just because I know I was getting ready to start back getting out there anyway, going to the fights. Because my schedule about to slow down. So a lot of people gotta, shit, you know, all you gotta do is say what you need, say what you want. Whatever you want to do, we can square it up, we can dance. You know what I mean? We can do whatever you want to do. I just tell people to say, whatever you say on here, make sure you say it to me too. Just don't say it on here, just say it to me. That'll make me feel better. That'll let me know if you got morals, uh if you got morals, you got balls, you got nuts. Don't say it on social media. Say it to me. Like say it to me personally. But talking about the fights, man. Listen, it was a hell of a fight. I think I might have went back and watched the fight 2, 3 times. It was a couple things that I did want to touch on, and I remember saying this. I was just like, listen. I think my boy. I think who was it? Somebody had me on this. My boy Cam J. Cam J had me on the show. Um, and he was asking me. He said, bro, what's one thing that Devin shouldn't do with Brian Norman Jr.? And everybody laughed when I said it, but it actually came true in the fight yesterday. One thing I actually thought that Devin shouldn't do was box with Brian Norman Jr. He shouldn't box with Brian Norman Jr. People laughed at me because I was telling people like, bro, if he tried to box with him, that wouldn't be well because he won't respect that. When you fighting a guy like Brian Norman Jr., bro, listen, you gotta fight him. You gotta fight him. If you don't fight him, he's not gonna respect you. And that's when Devin he gambled on himself in the second round. He gambled on himself, rolled the dice, and went for it. And they both threw hooks at the same time. His hook just got to Brian before Brian hook got to him. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? And he clipped him. He gambled on himself and he fought fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? He fought fire with fire. And he got it. He got Norman Jr. respect. You know what I'm saying? After that, you know what I mean? He got his respect after that. And I kept trying to tell people, bro, you can discredit his boxing ability or boxing to boxing ability all you want. But I know what I've saw over the years. You know what I mean? And like I said before, that's one thing he shouldn't do with Norman Jr. And once he fought fire with fire, he clipped him. Then he was able to, you know what I mean? He was able to do what he do. And you even hear Devin himself say after he made an adjustment, he had to be more cautious because once he made the adjustment, and that's when Devin said he actually better than I thought because he made an adjustment, in which I saw the adjustment too. But I also just felt like when Devin gambled on himself, that's probably the best thing he could have done in that fight because after the first round, trying to box with him, I said, bro, it'll be a long night. I looked over at my boy, I said, bro, it'd be a long night if you just try to box with him. But he gambled on himself in the second round and fought fire with fire. He got a knockdown. In the third, he was pressing. He was still pressing in the third round. He still was pressing the issue, pressing the action. But he wasn't really going for it. And I think that Dev, looking back at it, he knew like, okay, well, shit, if I'm punching, he started trading with me, it's a potential chance I can get caught. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's for me observing. And I think once Brian made that I want to say it had to be around the end of the fourth, early fifth, and shit. At some point, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, he made this adjustment, and I think Dev almost let him back into the fight in those middle rounds, like I think 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think it was. Dev almost let him back into the fight. But I think it was until like the 11th. I want to say like the 11th round when Devin Levin like a 1-2, two different times. I think it was a 1-2, and he was being stiff on the jab. The two times in that round, I think it was like a 1-2, two different times in that 11th round, and it was like two or three different jabs, and he actually stole that round uh, from to prevent a Norman Jr. getting back into that fight. So I'm looking at it like, it was a lot. It was a lot that was done. Um, uh, and Dale showed uh, the experience, not from just fighting, but he showed the experience from doing old school tactics. He showed the experience from doing old school tactics. He showed the experience from uh, clinching when it was beneficial to him, right? And I know people, it's crazy because a lot of people been complaining about the clinching, but then again, uh, man, these niggas stupid. These niggas stupid. Um, Said that power jab. No, yeah. It was that what I'm talking about. That was I think it was like two or three power jabs in that same round that I'm talking about. That actually, sealed that really sealed the victory. Although the knockdown, of course, those to me it's like 2 rounds. But that 11th round, I think it was two different times when he threw the 1-2, and then it was like two or three power jabs. So he kind of stole. He not gonna say kind of stole it, but he definitely took that round, and it stopped Norman from regaining some of those. Because at one point towards the end of the fight, shit, them scorecards started closing in. Despite the knockdown, those scorecards started closing in, and of course, Dev took off for those last 2 rounds and sealed it. And he got great instructions from his corner, um, you know, to just cruise, take the money and cruise. He did what he's supposed to do, but then again, like I said before, Dale showed the experience not through just the fighting, but he showed the experience from knowing when to punch and not punch. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Normally, you see Dev. I'm not gonna say step to a fighter, but you normally see him lead off the punches change. Um, um, you normally see him lead off the punches change. Said I gave Dev 9 rounds to 3. Yeah, but I just feel like besides the first round, you can arguably give Norman. I think it was 7, 8, 9, and 10, or 6, 7, 8, 9. It was one of them, but I know he started closing the gap, and he was closing the gap. But then, of course, you still have to a lot to overcome from a knockdown, because that's like considered in my book. That's like considered 2 rounds. Um, and in those rounds, like I said before, Dev, he mentioned it, and that's what made me go back and look at the adjustments. Um, and When he made those adjustments, you kind of see Dev kind of cruise for a little minute, but for me. I seen that it got real tactical. I seen that people were talking about Brian Norman's IQ, but I also seen where in spots where he made Dev think a lot too. You know what I'm saying? I seen that just from about just watching the film again, watching the fight again. You know what I mean? Just certain subtle things that I see or I saw. Uh, I actually thought that he fought a brilliant fight. I really did. And again, like I told you before, because I know uh, what people don't know. People say he can't box, but again, I've said before, that's one thing I think that Devin shouldn't do. I don't think Devin should box with him. If anything, he had to go get Norman respect, because if Norman don't respect you, you're gonna do it like he did with everybody else. It's just plain and simple. I don't give a fuck who you put him in front of him. If he don't respect you, he gonna go get you. You know what I mean? Um, so it's definitely a brilliant performance for sure. You can't discredit the performance at all, because it was definitely brilliant. And normally, like I said before, you normally see Devin lead off the punches or lead off the exchanges, um, to the point where he wasn't counter punching. He fought in spurts, and those spurts was when he met fire with fire. So I definitely love the game plan for sure. Can't discriminate at all, man. Hell of a fight. Um, I don't think that. Um, just from me having conversations with Junior, he never thought that. Uh, uh, I guess people were saying that Devin is shell shocked, right? Um, Never thought that. So you got people who's listening who swear up and down that I hate Devin, but who don't even know that I was a supporter of Devin. I just want to say this. Well, shit. I remember when he fought Jose. I remember when he fought Jose Ramirez, right? I said, damn, everybody considered that running. But my whole philosophy was, well, just as people saying that he running, how come Jose Ramirez wasn't throwing no punches? Because it wasn't like Jose Ramirez wasn't cutting off the ring, because he was. The thing about it was, when he got there, he just never threw punches. I personally told Bill, bro, that was actually a great game plan. Because, and I said it before, go pull up the film. Bro, if you go back and look at it, even when he fought Ramirez, or if you go back and look at Ramirez fights leading up to that, one of the best attributes that Ramirez got is a jab. That's one of the best things that he got. Whole time he been at 140, the best thing that Jose Ramirez been able to do was jab. It don't matter where you was at in the ring, or he gonna find you with that jab, right? And that's one of the ways that Jose Ramirez became a champion at 140, before all the big names, that came through there the last couple of years. But Jose Ramirez had a hell of a jab, and he easily just took that away by using lateral movement. People called it running, but it was literally just lateral movement. You could actually pick up anticipation and rhythm, um, pretty much like what you call a cadence. You can pick up the cadence. He would go left, he would go right, right, left, left. Easy. You can pick that up. Go watch the film. That's all you got to do. A lot of lateral movement. No matter what he did or where he went, you can definitely see that. No. Uh, Cam J, what's up, my boy? I didn't know you was in this motherfucker. Hmm. These boy tripping out on Twitter. Cam J in the building. Cam, where you at, Cam J? Oh shit. Got my dad's spot pillow right here. Got my dad's spot pillow. But yeah, I just thought, like, again, man. I actually did think it was a brilliant fight fought by Devin. I really did. Brilliant. And Cam J, matter of fact, I said that on Cam J channel. I said that on Cam J channel. I think that he asked me what's one thing, I can't. He said because I think he remembered the question saying I can't give it away. But what's one thing you think that Devin shouldn't do? And I told him I don't think he should box with him. You gotta fight fire with fire. You gotta make that nigga's that motherfucker's a pit bull, bro. You gotta fight him. You know what I mean? Can't fight him. I remember when we was during camp, and I had told they was who I forgot who it was. It was somebody sparring him, and I went to his coach. I was like, man, make that motherfucker fight him, bro. Like trying to box with him, that shit not gonna work. Fight him, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I understand sometimes it be hard to keep them people in keep them people in camp too, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes bro be having to work light because when he in that mode, he be in that mode, man. Say Devin looks strong at 47. He should have been there from the jump. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said before, and I said it plenty of times. I think the first time I met Dev, it was like what two 2018. It was 2018 at the MGM. Was it 2018 or 2019? Damn. Might have been, yeah. It was like November 2018, I think it was. I think it was like either November. Yeah. It had to be like November 2018 because I think Deontay fought what's his name? Luis Ortiz, the second fight. I think that was in like November 2018, if I ain't mistaken. Was that 2018? I think that was 2018. No, that was 2019. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know he fought him. I know he fought Luis Ortiz, and that was the first time that I met Devin. Him and his father, Bill. I still got the video. Uh, and I was like, damn, you fighting at I don't think at that time he was like at 135. And I'm like, damn, you fighting at 35. I was like, bro, you way too goddamn big for 35. And it showed because every time I saw Devin weigh in, I'm just like, damn, bro, cutting too much muscle. I remember when he first went up to 140 to fight Regis. I remember when he first went up to 140 to fight Regis. And I was telling people like his power gonna carry simply because he's not cutting muscle. I told you guys like I deal with the body. Like I deal with the body. Got my own business that deal with the body. And you could definitely see he was cutting muscle, cutting to the muscle. What did he do at his first fight at 140? He dropped I think it was Regis, right? He dropped Regis. And I told people that his power was gonna carry. Right. I knew his power was gonna carry. He was cutting too much muscle. Even now, like he did put on a little girth, you know what I'm saying, for this fight, put on a little girth. Reason being, I felt me personally, right? Me personally, I knew damn my eyes burning. I knew that they was gonna be fighting in the smaller ring. Like that's something that I knew. I knew that like shit back in shit July, August, sometime like that. And and that's why I kept saying, like Dev keeps talking about muscles. Like, but every time you looked up, you always seen Dev flexing. So my thing was like, shit, well, you added muscles. Even Pops came out and said, shit, we bought some new muscles. So when you add the muscles, right, you you beefing up again. I know that he added that weight and that girth to him simply because they were gonna be in a smaller ring. Like I knew that. I would knew exactly what was going on. I just never said nothing about it. Said definitely gonna make B Norm a better fighter. Just don't rush into the rematch. Yeah, they'll meet again because by the time he get done with Ryan, he might get the IBF belt. He might get that shot next. He might get the IBF. But people would tell you, oh, he don't have. People would tell you this. People gonna say, he's not gonna, fight nobody or, you know, all the little bullshit I've been in. He gonna go to what a Tubi. Oh, he just gonna go to Tubi and all this. Man, listen, we got another big fight on the way. And he could go get the IBF from Crocker. I think it's Crocker or Rock, whatever the case may be. Could go get that belt. Who knows? Well, if they ever want to be undisputed, they probably 9 times out of 10 gonna have to see each other again. You said Rolly. That's it depends on what PBC talking about. I know PBC representative hit me up like after the fight or whatever. That still can be a fight too. I mean, he ain't gotta give one off top. So I think what happened was it was a rematch clause initially, but I think when they made him mandatory, I gotta go see what happened because somebody explained it to me today and I forgot what they were talking about. I had so much going on, but initially I think it was a rematch clause in there initially. But I think when they made him mandatory, excuse me, man, I'm tired, bro. I think when they made him mandatory, um, I got to see what the rules is. Somebody was trying to explain it to me earlier, but I was doing so much today, getting ready for the week. That's what I said. Lateral movement, not running. Nah, for sure. Skinny too little. What's up, my boy? What going on with it? Said kudos and props to be knowing getting in there with Haney. You gonna shake back? Oh yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, shake back. They only just turned 25 today. You know what I'm saying? Well, yesterday. Just turned 25. Like, motherfucker, way still young, bro. Meanwhile, you got fighters out there. Meanwhile, you got fighters out there who, I mean, listen, it was crazy about it. This when they brought the fight to him, he automatically said yes, and that was 3 days after he fought Jin Sasaki. Said yes, bro. Name one fighter. Just name one fighter who they don't care who they put in front of him. Say yes. Most of the time, as motherfuckers how they fight, I'm gonna get with my team. We're gonna sit down and da 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 da. B Norman Barrios, shit. That actually, pro- if the Devin fight wasn't presented, I actually think that fight would have probably been next. Excuse me. Yeah, if the Devin fight wasn't presented, I actually think that fight would have been next. Or he would have had a homecoming fight. Either one of them. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see them NFL games today? But I don't hit so many bets, but why this shit? I hit that teaser. This the my eyes killing me, boy. I hit that last game. I hit that teaser with the Rams on and the Rams in the under. Parlayed that. Rams straight up. Hit that. I hit them 2 times. I end game on them too. Shit. Damn, my eyes burning. I hit the Buccaneers. I hit that Rams first half over. I hit the Chicago Blackhawks on the hockey. I had that Cleveland Browns in Arizona. I parlayed both of them. I parlayed them 2 times in game. I hit that Cleveland Browns over second half. Cleveland Browns on the first half. Then I hit another parlay. I hit the goddamn Colts. I hit no, I'm sorry. Shit, my eyes burning. I hit the Colts, Patriots, and the Lions on a teaser. Then I hit another. I had put like 4 teasers in a day. Shit, I keep burning something in my eye. Shit. Then I hit that Bengals. I hit that Bengals first half. Detroit Lions first half over. Pittsburgh Steelers first quarter. Well, shit, I was on the road today, boy. Shit. All the bets I hit yesterday. But and that's another thing. Right after I did that, the live eye betting, live eye betting, uh, when I did that live eye betting yesterday, I want to say maybe like 2 hours after I did that video, the line started changing. That's why I always tell people like, man, listen, when I gamble, especially when I gamble, I literally have to sit there and wait. Say damn, clean house with those picks. Hell yeah. But I'm telling you, I gamble every day, bro. Like, do what I do. I've been gambling for the last 17 years, bro. Been do what I do. I gamble every day. But when I dropped that video about the odds, ooh, damn. Um, when I dropped though that video, here's the crazy part about it. Literally right after I dropped that video, about 2 hours later, saw the odds start changing. I said, all right, cool, no problem. Then I want to say maybe like 5 or 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes before the fight, all the odds changed. Right, literally right before the fight. I said, look at this shit here. I knew like I knew Vegas, they always move the lines and stuff like that. Right. I knew they would always move the lines, but in the video, basically the only thing I was trying to explain in the video was this. It was so much money on Devin that by the time Norman fought, so much money came in on Norman. And when that shit happens, Vegas kind of like even out the books. That's basically what happens. They even out the money on both sides. And when anytime they even out the money and have those lines neck and neck, 110, 110, somebody's gonna flip. Somebody gonna flip. And I was just waiting to see what was gonna happen. And once I seen like all the handle literally went 50-50, I said, yeah, a lot of money done came in on Norman now. This shit about to get real sticky. And I want to say about 5-6 minutes before the fight. 5-6 minutes before the fight, odds changed. I said, look at this shit here, bro. That's why I be telling people, because people be asking me for my picks. People be asking me for my picks, and I don't have no problem. Like, real talk, I would literally do a show every day talking about gambling. Make everybody some money, right? But the thing about it is this. You literally have to be locked in 1 or 2 minutes before the game start, because that one in those 1 or 2 minutes, them lines flip, you asked out. You know what I'm saying? So like and that's why we telling people like, man, y'all be buying picks and in these chats and groups and stuff like that. Man, listen, don't let them folk lie to y'all, man. I'm telling you, bro. Motherfucker talking about, oh, this a lot. Bro, nothing in betting is a lot. Except for when I ain't gonna say that. There are some things in betting that are a lot. Certain numbers mean certain things, but I say this: it might be a number that you really, really, really like, because I've had it happen to me as well. I know this shit gonna hit, but at the same time, you might get caught by the hook, or you might get caught. It just be little stupid stuff, man. Said my Bears kicked the Steelers' butt. Yeah, I had the Steelers. What I had, the Steelers first quarter, I think it was. Let me see. Yeah. You see it for yourself. Hold on, let me see. Clear that up. Damn, how you clear this up? Maybe I need to turn my thing down. You see, probably can see it better. Yeah, I had that Steelers first quarter. Yeah, I had that Steelers first quarter. Yes, sir. Yeah, hit that. That was easy. That was easy. But yeah, them odds had changed literally right before the fight, boy. Shit was crazy because it went, I think, like I say, it was 110, 110. And then it flipped 115, 105 for Norman. And then I checked maybe like 5-6 minutes. No, I checked maybe like 10 minutes before. Then it went plus 100 Norman, minus 120 Devin. I said, ooh, what the fuck Vegas doing? And that was what I was thinking to myself. I said, man, what the fuck Vegas doing? What they doing? Then I went to go look at where all the money was. I said, ooh, it must have been some late big money came in on Norman. When I seen that, I say, yeah, Vegas got some shit brewing. Vegas got some shit brewing. Then literally, like I want to say, right when Dev was walking out, I checked one more time. Lines flipped again. I said, yeah, Vegas done got everybody. That's what I said. I was like, fuck. But of course, I bet it on my boy. You know what I mean? Shit. I made all that back today. I ain't tripping. I went 1-1. I bet it on Abdullah Mason and I bet it on Norman. Um, shit, I went 1-1. I went 1-1 in boxing. Should I hit like 3 hockey players yesterday? I hit like 6 college football players yesterday. So I ain't tripping. Say Haven Brady Jr. over everyone at 130, 135. Hello, world. Hello, world. That's another fighter I support. I support Haven Brady Jr. Listen, it could be prime example. Haven Brady Jr. He's up there in Bose's gym with Ron Boots Ennis. That's just like my boy Step Cool Boy went up in weight. That's just like if Cool Boy and Haven Brady fought, even though I've always supported Cool Boy, get what? Haven Brady like a little brother to me. I sparred little Haven Brady since he was young. I think the first time I sparred Haven Brady, he was like 16, 17 years old. So that's like a little brother too. I'm gonna ride with him. That don't mean I got hate for the other person. I'm gonna ride. The problem is some people just don't believe in loyalty. You know what I mean? Some people treat their own family members like shit. They probably ain't never did none of them. It's probably them and be blaming everybody else, be talking to everybody else like they did something to you. You got them type of people in the world. So you may have a point there. So I got Scooter Davis over everyone except Abdullah. So what? Scooter Davis fight at what weight? 135. I love my bro Tato. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit. Well, I mean, hey, listen, man. Scooter Davis. I like Scooter Davis though. I like Scooter Davis. I just don't. I don't think he'll be Haven Brady. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, I don't think he'd be Haven Brady at all. Nah, yeah, yeah. He won't. I don't. Nah, he talented though. He very talented, very talented. But I don't think he'd be no Haven Brady. So I'm head coach at Beat the Streets. That senior, Dino Wells. That must be senior I'm talking to. Appreciate the super chat too, brother. That must be senior. I know that senior. You gotta be senior right there. That gotta be Brady senior right there. I had Abdullah for late stoppage. I had Benavidez for late stoppage. Yeah, that Benavidez pick was easy. See, I ain't get that's the thing, man. I ain't really get a chance to, because I was at the airport, man. I ain't really get a chance to do everybody, bro. I really wanted to, because I think somebody had asked me about the Abdullah fight. But the crazy part about it, was it on? I forgot who who I was on. I forgot who. It might have been Shawar. It might have been Yes Indeed Boxing, because I had said I think that fight gonna go the distance. I kept saying, I forgot why I said I think that fight gonna go the distance. But I kept saying to myself, man, I think that fight gonna go the distance. I don't know why I kept saying that though. I kept saying I think that fight gonna go the distance. I think that uh one, we never seen Abdullah go the distance. Two, I just felt like what's the guy he fought? I forgot his name. I just felt like bro was real durable. I kept saying that to myself. I like, man, I think I ain't gonna say Abdullah bit off more than he can chew, because he definitely a talented ass fighter, dog. He's definitely a talented fighter. And so I just felt like that fight was gonna go the distance. Bam, bad, but you wanna know what's funny? I think Bam one of the best fighters in the world. I really do. Sam Notes, that's his name. Sports better was good, my boy. So the yard fight was no different. He reminded me of Caleb Plant in a way, the skills, but gas tank ain't there. Yeah, Bam special. I like Bam. Yeah, I like Bam, man. I think Bam real special. I really do. I think Bam he got potential. I think Bam got potential to be I think Bam got potential to be an all time great for sure. I actually can see Bam going up to 122. Yeah, I can actually see Bam going up to 122. So I told everyone on my podcast, damn old school, you got a podcast, old school? Damn, you got a podcast, bro? Damn, I didn't know you had a podcast, bro. Okay. Shit, that what's up, man. Yeah. That what's up. Brady Senior, my business partner. We had a show in Columbus yesterday. Granite City Boxers team showed out. We went 1-1. Beat Norman Jr. We'll bounce back. Oh yeah, man. Much love and appreciation, bro. I appreciate that, man, for sure, man. Yeah, it bounced back, man. Like that small thing to a giant, bro. That's what people fail to realize, man. They just feel like as if they feel like you lose. That's just social media. You know what I'm saying? The social media, of course, that's some YouTubers who only see things from one side. Some people can't be transparent. That's just reality. Some people can't be transparent. Um, and people forget that at the end of the day, Brian Norman Jr. wasn't supposed to be where he was at. They literally put him in the ring with Santillan to lose. And I think many people forget that. Many people can't wrap their hands around that. You know what I mean? They put him in the ring to lose. People can't accept that. You know what I mean? Um, I feel as if Top Rank did support him in Japan. Going to Japan, they Top Rank supported Jin Sasaki more than they supported Brian Norman Jr. Know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think people put too much stock into what they don't see, don't know, and don't want to acknowledge. They're gonna put a lot of stock over there just so they can block it out. They just want to they're gonna put it over there just so they can block it out, coach. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. But people, they know. Yeah, folks know. Say, damn, how the hell you do this shit? I gotta get back on StreamYard, but I ain't did YouTube in so long. I had to get out this shit, man. You had folk lying on me and shit. Had folk lying on me and shit. Folk goddamn creating narratives and shit. Come to find out shit wasn't even about nothing. That's crazy. Know how this shit go. How this shit go though? Hold on. Yeah, coach. Hold on. I just put you in the game, coach. Yeah, I just put you in the game, coach. You can hit that chat now, coach. Man, my bad, bro. My bad, but definitely. It's not even a setback because he already got a big fight lined up, right? Another big fight, well, possibly another big fight lined up. Like I said, with people who don't know nothing, or people who want to feel good about themselves, uh, may say, "Oh, he won't have another fight lined up, or he won't do this, he won't do that." Bro, listen, to make damn near almost 10 million in 1 year, bro, you've done a fucking lot. Shit. Uh, One Trap Mind, YouTubers, BLT Boxing, Champ Side, a few more. It's sad they are narcissists hating on be norm. I'm an old school trainer. Man, listen, thank you for bringing me on, showing love to the channel, bro. Nah, for sure, coach. Shit, you beat the streets, so you know it's love over here. You beat the streets. I just feel like this, man. Uh, to because I fuck with you outside, but I also know that he got a relationship with Bill, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, god damn, he can hit with them right hands. Uh, got a relationship with Bill and shit like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, he supposed to ride with his people. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he supposed to ride with his people. He's been supporting them for a very long time. You know what I mean? I've also seen him say some good things about. I've also seen him say some good things about Norman before as well. But as I get close to the fight, you know, what I'm saying, I can see how it could be misinterpreted. You know what I mean? I could definitely see that. I just feel like they just going for they do. You know what I'm saying? Um, some of it just got missed. You know, some of it got what's the word I want to say? Some of it got used as disdain. You know, some of it got used as disdain for Norman Senior. Some of it got used disdain for Junior. My thing is this, like I've been saying all along. Listen, that's grown man business. Stay out of grown man business. You know what I mean? Don't let what they got going on interfere with the fighters. Because at the end of the day, it's only two people who got to get in the ring. It's only two people who got to get in the ring, and that's Junior and Devin. So all the other shit really didn't mean nothing, man. For me, my liking. I ain't going back and forth with no nigga about none of that shit. You know, I ain't that shit ain't about nothing. That shit number cap. That shit is stupid. Some niggas entertain that shit. I don't entertain that shit, man. You know what I mean? I said what I had to say and left it alone. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker considered me a liar when I know everything was true. After that, I let that shit alone. So I just feel like, you know, they gonna rep their guy. That's fine. My thing is this: let it be about the boxing, though. You know what I mean? Let it be about the boxing. What the fathers got going on, they ain't got nothing to do. They ain't got nothing to do with the boxing. But at the end of the day, I can understand how people can get it misconstrued. But again, sometimes certain things don't need to be said. You know what I mean? You don't know how that can affect the person. You know what I'm saying? Like the man literally said, "Fuck your mama." The man mama passed 2 weeks later. Come on, bro. Like some shit just not needed, bro. That's why I got that. That wasn't BC. I ain't gonna lie though. I thought that shit was funny though, man. I was looking at the press conference, man. That nigga singer said, he high, he high. Man, I said, boy, that boy got loose fucking screws, man. I said, see, you got loose fucking screws, bro. That nigga, that tripping, man. That my boy though, man. Shit funny. I think people, if you haven't met Senior in person, man, I just think that he's a very, very genuine person. He's one of those type of person. He expresses feelings on his sleeves and he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'd rather for a person to express their feelings on their sleeve than a person to tuck their fucking tail and talk about me behind my back. I'm just being honest. I'd rather for a person to talk about me with their emotion on their sleeves than a person to talk about me behind my back. And that's just who Norman Jr. is. He's a genuine person who wears emotion on his sleeves, and he gonna let you know how he feel up front. I'd rather deal with them type of people, be around them type of people than a motherfucker talk behind my back. My boxing documentary is called "The Bell Rings." Is about my return to the boxing after 15-year hiatus. I was 67-13 an amateur in the 90s when the bell ring is here in year 22. Oh yeah, hold on. Damn, I got it. How the hell? See, I'm not on my which card. How the hell you supposed to do this? Did I? Yeah. I need everybody to go tap in with Coach, man. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, Coach. Shit, like I say, man. Hey, oh god damn it. Oh shit, my damn sparkling water, man. Damn, my sparkling water, man. I ain't did the YouTube thing in so long, bro. I ain't did this YouTube thing in so long. I got my chair right now. No, we good now. I'm put this on her. Yeah, I got my YouTube thing in so long, bro. I ain't did this shit in about 3 months. Yeah, I ain't did this shit in like 3 months. I had to get away from all that fuck shit though. I know how I am. Shit, my older brother ready to get, he ready to get that shit popping. My older brother he ready to get all that shit popping, man. He was seeing all that fuck shit going on. And my older brother, he don't really play by me like that. So you still be sparring, Haven. Keep telling me to keep my old ass out the ring. I love it. No, I haven't sparred shit, man. I haven't. The last time I sparred Haven Brady was in 2020. It was literally. No, yeah. It was 2020, right before the pandemic. That was the last time I sparred Haven Brady. It was literally like a couple weeks before the pandemic. It was after Wilder Fury. It was after Wilder Fury 2. Yeah, it was after Wilder Fury 2. And I sparred him like the following week. Because we had Coach Mustafa had opened up the new gym. Yeah, Coach Mustafa had opened up the new gym. That one Coach Mustafa, he opened up the first gym that was over there of Glenwood. Coach Mustafa opened up the first gym over there of Glenwood. And that's the last time me and Haven Brady had sparred. I haven't sparred Haven in a long time. Haven was mad at me after that spar session too. Haven was mad as hell. Man, shit. I had sparred Haven. He wanted to go some more rounds. It was very, very competitive. And Haven, after the first time we ever sparred, Haven was really trying to get his get back. You know what I'm saying? But I was telling Haven, like, bro, like, it's cool. I'll never forget, man. Haven was like, hell no, let's spar some more rounds. It was back and forth action, you know what I'm saying? But I knew I was doing some things that I had no business doing right before I came. So I was like, boy, hell nah, you got me fucked up. I'm getting out the ring, cuz he like, nah, hell nah, come on. I'm like, bro, nah, bro, you got I know I ain't stupid, bro. I know what's going on. Yeah. He said, I'm 55, still spar. I'm trying to get in there with Greg Hackett. Yeah, man, I just had me and Greg Hackett just talk earlier today, because I ain't like the stuff that Greg Hackett was saying. But we chopped it up on me and Greg Hackett chopped it up on the Twitter Spaces. Yeah, me and Greg Hackett we chopped it up on Twitter Spaces today. I understand where he was coming from. I understand where he was coming from. I just felt like I understood what he was saying. He was pretty much stating like Lil B overtraining. And I was like, bro, I don't really think you understand and know what you're talking about. But what he was saying was Norman Jr. had ran 7 miles before the Sasaki fight, and he ain't have no legs. But like I told G, that ain't got nothing to do with training. That's a what I say it was. You can call that like stupidity. Like who runs 7 miles the week of the fight or the day before the fight? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I said that ain't got nothing to do with training. That's not overtraining. That's called being careless. Stupidity, careless. See, I didn't know Junior did that because he never told me that. You know what I'm saying? So when he said it, I'm like, bro, that's being careless. Same thing Earl Spence did when he fought Bud Crawford. He went running in the mountains the week of the fight. Why the hell would you go running during the week of the fight up the mountains? Just like why would you do 6 miles the week or 7 miles the week of the fight? You know what I mean? 3 miles, 4 miles, cool. Maybe he needed to drop some extra weight. Maybe he didn't. I don't know, right? But I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have done that. So, and then I think he also mentioned something about Junior taking a caffeine pill, which I think nothing is wrong with that. But at the same time, um, I never knew nothing about that. Like I said before, when me and B talk, majority of the time that shit don't even be about boxing, and I think that's what people get stuff misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? Like, real friends. Like I don't even talk to Deontay about boxing all the time. The only listen, what's crazy is I'm surprised Deontay called me yesterday about the fights. He wanted to know everything that was going on with Norman Jr. yesterday. Deontay was like, bro, what Norman doing? What happened? What happened? How you get knocked down? This is in the third. You know what I mean? So it was just like literally like one of the few times we started talking boxing. Then of course, after I mentioned Deontay, um, he got dropped and he, say he lost the fight or whatever. See, we started talking about his fight coming back up. You know what I'm saying? How Deontay ain't working with Turkey no more, and what happened between Deontay and Turkey. You know what I mean? So uh Turkey just did some foul shit to Deontay. You know what I'm saying? So we was talking about that. You know what I mean? So I don't really be talking boxing with them boys. But you get fans over here to try to troll and think they, get up under people's skin. Bro, this shit don't get up under my skin. That's real life family type stuff, man. Shit, I just be laughing at y'all for real. Do you think Turkey good for boxing? Um, I think Turkey giving us the fights that we want, but at the same time, I do think he's good for boxing. All right, it's just that people got the wrong impression about the Saudis just giving away money. Um, he ain't just giving away money. Now it was two groups before. You had Skills Challenge. They was really the first ones to start out of Saudi that was operating. King shut them down. Key Osman bin bin Saul bin Muhammad. He shut them down. Right? He shut them down. So the Crown Prince went and got Turkey, who's over entertainment. Turkey is over entertainment. Turkey works for the Crown Prince. So with that being said, yes, they still got the funds and means, right? They put out a budget every year. Okay, we're gonna use this for entertainment. We're gonna use this for boxing. But the stigma of they just paying this, they paying that, they paying this. Those are all lies. The rumors that was going around that Joshua was getting 50 million to fight fucking Francis Ngannou is a fucking lie. The rumors of Tyson Fury fighting him for a certain amount to fight Francis Ngannou was a fucking lie. I had been told people to play. I told people Fury already turned down $120 million for Usyk and Fury to fight. Well, Fury still ended up fighting Usyk. Yeah, he got 50 million for it, but he still had to get the other 20 to fight Francis Ngannou. That's the only way that fight had happened because he wanted 60 million. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like he just ain't giving motherfuckers money. Uh, Even when Joshua fought in Ngannou, he didn't get no damn 30 million, 40 million people talking about. Man, motherfucker got like 8 million. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he gonna make you fight for the money. But if it's a bullshit fight like that, nah, ain't none of that going on. Says so there's an ulterior motive behind signing to him. No, I wouldn't say it's an ulterior motive signing to him. I just think that uh he wants to be able to promote you and market to say he got the best fighters on his team. Um, but the the amount of money you want or the amount of money he's going to pay you, you're going to have to fight for that. So, for instance, right? Who can I use? Let's just say Boots, right? And I ain't got nothing against Boots. I know these Philly niggas in here be going crazy, right? Let's just say Boots. Let's say Boots signed with Turkey, right? How he wanted that first fight whoever the guy he just fought, Turkey wouldn't let him fight that fight, and that's why you heard Turkey say he want a tune-up. If Turkey gonna sign you, you gonna fight the fights that he want to see or he think other people want to see. He's gonna test you. That's what he's gonna do. It's like it's no alternative motive. That's what it is. You gonna fight. But yeah, but Turkey just did some foul shit to Deontay though. It is what it is. So do you think Joshua versus Jake Paul is going to be big? That's a crazy shit right there, boy. I personally, I think Joshua's getting those fights for favors. That's what I think. I think he's doing Eddie Hearn a favor by taking those fights, such as he did with Ngannou. Because let's truth be told, listen, truth be told, he could have fought Deontay, and that actually to me, that was the perfect final. That was perfect time to fight Deontay. Through all that turmoil, perfect time. But he wanted to fight Ngannou, and he fought Ngannou for lesser money. That's the part that I'm still fucking thrilled about. But he turned it down. Turkey asked him why. The man said because Deontay coming off a loss. Then Turkey asked him, said, "Well, what's the difference between Deontay coming off a loss and Ngannou coming off a loss?" It wasn't no difference. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people gonna pay attention to the Jake Paul and Joshua fight simply because they just want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. If that is the case, maybe he get knocked out, maybe he don't. Maybe Joshua get knocked out. We all know now that's who's chinny. Anytime Joshua gets touched on that chin, we know what's going on. Said because Tank was dogging out Turkey and fighter signed with G GKM. Who is GKM? Turkey was signing fighters and signed to him. If Joshua and Paul don't end inside 5 rounds, something is up. Ain't no telling. I don't know. I hope Joshua don't go play with him, man. Yeah, I hope Joshua don't go play with him. I don't know, but I just feel like shit. Um, Again, people can hate on Jake Paul all they want. At one point, I just feel like, man, listen, I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person. If I see clown shit, I really ain't gonna speak on it. Probably won't speak on it. But at the same time, it's like this with me. I ain't forgetting what Jake Paul doing, bringing up everybody else. So you got some fighters. You got some fighters who are their own promoters and who got fighters under their promotion card, but they ain't bringing them. They ain't bringing them up. They ain't bringing them with them. And I gotta commend Jake for what he doing. Jake fighting motherfuckers, and Jake bringing people, putting his fighters on, putting them in position to win. So I believe I'm one of the best defensive unknowns unsung ever. Even at 55, I've been calling Jake out for years. Just I'm not known. Jake is an average guy with power. His IQ is subpar. That could be well as well too. Very well. I think Jake has gotten better. Nah, for sure. I gotta give him that credit though. I think he's gotten a hell of a lot better. But I give Jake more. I give Jake credit more than these trolls. You got trolls who be in this motherfucker every day, but won't go pick up a lick of damn glove. Said I hope not, but bro, I hope AJ ain't taking no fall for no bad. Shit, I hope he ain't either, bro. For real. Cause that'd be sad. Yeah, that'd be sad right there. Come on, bro. We don't need that. So I know trolls be tripping and never laced up one ever. That'd be the crazy part, man. Like, man, they listen, and that's another thing I wanted to touch on, right? So you got people who hate Devin Haney, right? Who want to see him lose, and then but they'll say those are the people who are Brian Omer fans, but they never talk about the real Brian Omer fans. So my thing is, if you feel like everybody hates Devin, start calling out the people who you think are Devin Haney haters. Call them out because everybody ain't a hater. Everybody, that's my only thing. Call whether it's YouTubers, uh, people you see on Twitter, Instagram. Start calling them motherfuckers out. Don't sit up here and say everybody hate Devin that's picking Brian Norman because that ain't always true. Because what I will say is, there's been a lot of people that gravitate towards Norman during this whole fight build up. The way he talks, the charisma, uh, the charisma, the different punchlines he's been given. You know what I mean? So it people definitely been fucking with him, rocking with him. Everybody ain't a hater. Some people might just like him. You know what I mean? Uh, I understand that some people who don't like what's his name, who don't like Devin might be Tank fans. I understand that there might be people who don't like Devin who might be Ryan fans. I understand all of it. But if you're a YouTuber and you just saying that everybody hate Devin, man, kill your fucking self, man. You ain't out here calling these motherfuckers out. Kill yourself. Michael Ray, what's good with you? What's good with you, King? What's going on? So I'm gonna be honest. A lot of them were undercover Tank fans, hoping on Dale to get KO'd, but they were some actual Be Norm fans. I fuck with Be Norm. That's what I'm saying. It was really some actual ones. But my whole thing, skinny too little. My thing is, if you really feel like there's just such a disdain against Devin, start calling these motherfuckers out. Start calling them out. That's all you got to do. You put them on the front line. If it's a YouTuber you feel like they don't like Devin Haney, that's a hater, call them out. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They'll get on their channel and say, "Oh, I ain't giving them motherfuckers no shine. I ain't saying their name." Well, then stop saying the shit that you're saying because you now that makes it seem like you got a disdain. You see what I'm saying? Because I know for one thing for sure, if I had a problem, I'm gonna say that motherfucking name. That's just it. Just like I said, Greg Hackett name. Now I ain't got no problem with Greg Hackett. I just thought he was saying some bullshit, and I told him that personally. Told him that personally, and I told him to his face today. We talk like grown men. Jimmy Bernard was good. G5 Gay checking in with G5 at. G5 say, I don't know what the first thing G5 say. Man, I ain't been on this shit so long, but I forgot how to work this shit. So what's poppin' Pat made to in the chat? I had to keep telling folks Be Norman is not a bum. Hey man, they can say what they want, brother. They can say what they want. How many people gonna get in the ring? How many people have gotten in the ring? You can tell some of these content creators right now, let's spread it out and dance. Them niggas ain't gonna dance. Niggas talk, bro. You can tell some of these trolls, spread it out, fuck it, let's dance. They not gonna dance with you. They're not gonna do that, bro. I don't. My thing was I don't think. I don't know why they thought I was gonna be gone somewhere, bro. Wilder lost what 2 times the Fury. Get what, nigga, were right here in the paint, right here in the paint. Didn't go nowhere. Didn't go nowhere. Uh, Wilder was knocked out by Zane. Get what, nigga, were right here. Didn't go nowhere. Norman lost to Haney. Get what, I'm right here. But my thing is, social media make it to where you can't support who you want to support. That's what social media do. But a lot of these people can't think for themselves. They gotta listen to the YouTube daddies. They gotta listen to their pops, they brothers. They gotta listen to them. I'm just glad that I'm blessed enough that I can think for my fucking self. I don't have to tell no. I don't have to listen to nobody tell me what they think is going on or what they know is going on. I don't have to listen to that. I could, bro. What y'all got going on over there? I could just pick up the phone. I tell people all the time when I go to these fights. Damn, talking to the fighters. I'm trying to talk to the people in the back with the shirts, the collars on. Them gonna be the ones to give me the information. Them gonna be the ones to give me the information. I want to build relationships with them so I can find out the 1,000% truth of what's really going on. That's how I'm able to get back to you. Hey man, I just ran this through the fax machine. Now that I ran through the fax machine, I can give you the real spiel. Said Fury didn't just beat Wilder. He had underlying ways, and I'm still mad at the media for keeping that silent. But come on, bro, that's what the media do. That's what the media do. And that's what, like, again, and that's why I can't wait till bruh is completely done with boxing so he can prove everything. And it was because we literally talked about that last night. I literally said something about that last night. And that's why I keep telling them I cannot wait till his documentary come out. So, for everybody that said that I was lying and all that good stuff, that's why I can't wait till his documentary come out because it's gonna have everything on there. It said showbiz cool for none. Southpaw, Blue Blood Sport TV. Yeah, yeah, I blew my dog though, blew my dog, but Blue said some bullshit. And I personally called Blue about some shit he said too. Cause Blue, listen, this the truth. Y'all can run back and tell Blue Blood I said this. I call him and tell him I said it. When folks was talking about I think I think Norman Singh said something about who found out about the fight first, right? When he was talking about that, right? Now you had one side saying what Norman saying wasn't true. You had the other side saying that is true. Guess what? Blue Blood himself told me Brian Norman Sr. was right because they came to Blue Blood and asked him what do he think about Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney before the Haneys even knew. Blue Blood told me that personally. So that's why I'm like, man, listen, bro. But I never said that until now. That's why I say sometimes, bro, it'd be best for me to shut the fuck up because guess what? I be knowing so much, but I don't even be saying nothing. And motherfuckers be over there just boo 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 boo. He's a liar. He doing too much of that. But it's somebody in your crew. It's somebody in your crew who know the truth. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it'd be best for me to shut the fuck up sometimes. But Blue Blood knew the whole time. But hey man, I just be I just be keeping it cool. But I love Blue Blood. Blue Blood is that's my guy for sure. It said Porterway, all right. Yeah, I like Sean Zattel. That's about the only person I like over there though. Tim Bradley, yeah, Tim Bradley, cool. Tim Bradley, real cool, my brother, man. So that's why I be giving bald head Tim a hard time, cause even my brother told me one time he like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Tim, he ain't he ain't one of us. Like I can't explain it. He ain't really one of us. He one of those guys who think he right about everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just me and my brother having a conversation. He said fight hype, cool. Man, I do not fuck with fight hype. Fuck Ben and all them niggas over there. Ego, I know Ego personally. He never did or said anything wrong to me. So I gotta leave him out of that. Said D, my favorite heavyweight at all time for sure. I can't wait for Chisora to be done and talked to. Yeah, just and that's another thing. I know for a fact Chisora. I'm talking. See, why you about to get me to talk? I'm not doing that tonight. Said niggas be knowing the truth and lying. Oh, nah, for sure. So all these so-called YouTube analysts think they be having all the privy info. Like I'm like, wow, they do. Yeah, some people do. Some people do, but like I can truly say this. One reason why Blue never really said too much about it up until the fight time is because, like he told me, he said, "Bro, I tried to sign Brian Norman Jr. a couple years ago, which was true. Blue was trying to sign Brian Norman Jr. back in 2020. That's a either 2020 or 2021. It was one of them. That's a fucking fact. Just like Blue tried to sign, Blue tried to make the fight between Bud and Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make that fight. Shit, Blue Blood actually tried to make the fight between Bud and Earl before anybody thought about making the fight at because PBC damn sure wasn't trying to make that fight. In the end, as long as these fighters make it home to their families, their win is much more. Ah, come on, bro. Yeah, for sure. Can't wait to meet you, bro. Nah, for sure. Talking boxing, maybe lace them up. Hey, man, I ain't put no gloves on since me and Norman sparred. I'm cool. Oh man, I got so much other stuff going on, man. I just, you know what I mean. I'm really turning the table right now, so I got a lot of stuff going on. Said in Haven, but I would never run to the net. So I have privy info about Fam Haven, but I will never run to the net and be first to speak it. No, for sure, for sure. Big Haven called me all the time. Big Haven asked me one day. Big Haven say, "Damn, tell you when you gonna start going back live?" Like, damn, bro, I be having so much going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Be having so much going on. Sometimes I had the time, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. What Mike say? They be pushing narratives, switching up stances out of nowhere to kiss certain fighter asses. Oh yeah, they do that too. They do that too. That's a fact. But I mean, with this fight right here, I, Mark Nash, right? Me and Mark Nash. Not only did this Devin Haney fight teach me something, uh, of course, it most importantly it taught Brian Norman Jr. something inside the ring, right? It taught him a lot. Um, we haven't really spoke to Senior about it. I mean, I probably have talked to him tomorrow. Um, but it taught me something, and it taught Mark Nash something. One thing it taught me is that people can pretend to be cool with you all they want. People can act like they cool with you all they want. Um, People can act like they want to talk to you or be around you or even chop it up with you all they want. Uh, but never forget those same people that have the access to you, that can call you, that can chop it up with you, even if things go left, they still can pick up the phone and call you and say, bro, you know what? This shit ain't right. Cause you know what you said that right here wasn't right. Or what I said wasn't right. They still won't give a fuck about you. Because just how they switched up on you over a fight, my nigga, guess what? In real life, they'll fuck you over in real life too. So it taught me a lot. This fight right here taught me a lot about a lot of people. This fight taught me about a lot of people, where people know the truth and still say otherwise. So this fight right here taught me a lot. It let me. It taught me who was for me, who wasn't for me. Right. It's people in the chat. Right. It's people in the chat right now. Right. It's people in the chat right now that's not saying anything, but it's also people who's listening just to see what I'm gonna say. Right. And I know that. Right. But it's people who's in the chat right now who I seen pop in here, spoke to me the whole time during the fight, and they was rooting for Devin. I never had a problem with people rooting for Devin, bro. We can have a conversation without uh uh we can have a conversation with you picking Devin and me rooting Lil Bro. We can have a conversation, but when you got to be fanned out and and all the other stuff, bro, listen, that's when I know that you're not for me. And I damn sure ain't got to be for you because I could probably give a fuck less. The lovely Jessica. I think you left a comment, if I ain't mistaken, Jessica. Then you leave a comment to me, Jessica. Then you leave a comment to me. I think, if I remember correctly, might have to go back and look at it. Let me see. I gotta go back and look at it. Let me see. Let me go back and look at it. Ooh, who was it? Was it you, Jessica? I know somebody left me a comment. Um, I don't even see it no more. I forgot. Was it? It was somebody. Man, I thought it was you, Jessica. Maybe it wasn't. I did. Okay, you said I did. You have me cracking up when you say Big John. Yeah, Big John back, baby. Big Jones back. Yeah, Big John back. Yeah, I'm back on here though. I'm back on. I feel the need to start going back live because, like I say, with that being said, I feel uh I feel relieved from being absent for the last 3-4 months. I feel relieved. And again, like I said before, this fight, particularly alone, showed me who's for me and who's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if we can't have a conversation, whether you going for the other person or not, bro, we really ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? If you can't think for yourself on certain situations, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? Uh I don't know. I don't I my thing, I never ran in a group. I never ran in a pack anyway. So I don't need a group or a pack to think for me. You know what I mean? So whether I, support a person or not. But again, most people in here, they never been through my catalog. They can only pop up in Norman Laws. But where were you when I supported Dev though? You know what I mean? uh So are you gonna make videos of the Fulton fight next week? I'm glad you asked that, Sports Better. That's another fight where I support Fulton and I support Shop. I said that earlier. I really don't even want to talk about that fight because I fuck with both of them, just like Norman and fucking Dev. I fuck with both. But the only thing that was about this fight right here, Dev was the one who made this shit personal first. He made it personal. I never made it personal. Never once at all made it personal. He made it personal. Even when I defended him from his own dad when his own dad did it. He made it personal, not me. He said, glad you're back on YouTube and glad to be on your live. I was about to hit the hey. I was like, let me watch. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I'm just talking about Norman and Dev, which I thought was a great fight. I actually thought it was a brilliant game fight plan from Devin Haney. Can't take nothing away from him, man. And like I told people, one thing that when somebody asked me, I think it was my boy Cam J. Damn, I wish Cam J can get up here, bro. How the hell, man? I forgot how to do all this shit on here, bro. Cause I really need Cam J to get up here. Cause Cam J asked me. Cam J asked me. He said, "Bro, what's something that Norman Jr. shouldn't do? I mean, no, Dale shouldn't do." I said, "Bro, you shouldn't box with him because I know that's one of Norman's strong points. I know that, but and because I knew that, people laughed at me because they don't think he can really box. Well, you got to fight that motherfucker, man. You got to fight Brian Norman." And that's what Dev did. He gambled in the second round and then he fought fire with fire and landed his left hook before Brian got his off. They threw the left hook at the same fucking time. Dank Father say, "I wouldn't know the Norman family if it wasn't for you." Shout out to them and Junior backing up the Brinks truck on his B-Day major shit. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Hell yeah, for sure. Shit, I brought a couple people over here. Haven Brady, uh Tiger Johnson coach, Breadman, uh at the time who was the CEO over sports at Showtime, Steven Espinoza, uh who else? Uh I mean not Ewan, uh Evan Holyfield, Haven Brady Jr., uh Albert Bell, um who else? Mo Millions, Nigel Lopez, uh, and Nigel Lopez he was getting ready to have a fight with Artur Beterbiev, Beterbiev, however you want to say it. Brian Norman Jr. What else? Who else? A couple motherfuckers, man. Couple people. And I'm always giving out who I think gonna be the next upcoming star. Shit, I was the first person to even speak about Abdullah Mason. I called Abdullah Mason pro debut, and I was thrilled. I said, "Bro, who is this nigga, man? Oh no, Shawty got it. You might have they might need to hire me for scouting talent, because I damn sure put a lot of people on to a lot of different people. That's for sure. But that's another thing that irks me. People talk about boxing, but they can only talk about the top fighters. They can only talk about the top fighters, but they can't tell you nobody who up and coming. They can't tell you nobody. They'll say Camille Moulton. Bro, listen, man, we ain't talking about nobody who's made up on the floor. Or we'll say Scooter Davis. Y'all only know him because of certain people. Uh, Dank, yeah. What's up with you, my boy? Damn, I'm trying to find what I had. I can't find it, but I know for a fact that I said something to him. Michael Ray say Scooter is my brother in law's cousin. That's what's up. Dino Will say Charles Conwell, Sean Hempill. What about Ilimanio Vargas? I really gotta watch more of Ilimanio Vargas. Charles Conwell. I like Charles, but I also seen Brian Oman Jr. Back in 2019 put hand, feet, and kitchen sink on him too. And that's another thing that I thought was funny about the build up to the fight, because uh, all these different channels was hyping up who Devin brought into camp, but That's cool. Like it was nothing wrong with that, right? It was nothing wrong with that, right? But the thing about it is, like, I seen Norman Jr. beat the shit out these boys, and I guess it was like a thrill to them, but it wasn't a thrill to me. You're supposed to bring them type of fighters in. You're supposed to, especially especially when you're paying with that type of money. When you playing with that type of money, when you playing with that type of money, you're supposed to be able to pay these motherfuckers, bring them in, do all that. You know what I mean? You supposed to. Shit, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all. It was just that, oh, he brought this person, he brought that person. Man, bro, I done seen this man get these for hell. But it's the way you present things. Every little thing. So I just thought it was funny. So what's your take on Richardson Hitchens? You talking about when he sparred Brian Norman or just in general? If you want me to tell you about the Richard Hitchison and Brian Norman sparring, Coach, you know how, I put it like this. Coach, you know how people come into the gym and they be like, who sparred? And you might say such sparring. And you might be like, how was it? It was good work. And you just walk off. That's literally all it was. Like when I say it was at least about 40 people, because he literally had sparred Richard Hitchison right after he had sparred Bud. Him and Bud won about 3 or 4 rounds, but it was either 3 4-minute rounds or 4 4-minute rounds. I can't remember. He only did one round with Richard Hitchens. That was the crazy part. They only did one round. That's why I'm like, bruh. But I like Little Africa though. I actually think that Little Africa, um, I think that, like, boxing wise, I think he's I think he's better than Devin boxing wise, but I don't think skill wise he has all the tools that Devin has. But I think he has a better defense. Um, I think Africa is pretty good, and that's another fighter that I used to talk about that nobody talked about. You know what I mean? Let me charge. Damn, where my charge at? Damn, where my charge at? See, I'm sorry. I still want to know how Troy fit into that mold because he's just a big body. I think Troy fit into that mold because he's just a stout body. Nothing Troy actually does resembles Brian Oman Jr. at all. He's just a stout body. That's all. Said he talked a lot of shit today and called B Norman trash on YouTube today. I was like, huh? That's because that's because Norman Senior said something to him or whatever the case may be. But I don't know what that's stemming from. You know what I mean? I never asked Norman Senior what that was stemming from. You know what? I think he might have said something about it, but I can't remember what he said. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what he said. Damn, I can't remember. Yeah, he did say something about why he said that, but I forget what he said about it. So I don't want to speak on and be misconstrued. But I mean, Hitchens he can talk like that. But shit, if that's the case, why won't he fight him next? Because I know some stuff about Hitches that, and I tried to, me being a person who supported Africa at one point, me trying to let him know what was real with him and I forget the other fighter name. I even had the text message of what happened with the other fighter that people said he was ducking or he wasn't gonna sign the contract. So I know. Said Russell should fight Hitchens should fight Russell. I don't think Eddie Hearn will let him. I don't think Eddie Hearn will let his fighters fight a lot of people. So is Ben Whitaker overrated? Yeah, I'm not. He's a showsmanship inside the ring. Um, he does his thing inside the ring, and sometimes it's, he's a fan. He's what you call a fan friendly fighter. But how far is he gonna go? Senior said they can get it. Get your ass in there, Hitchens. He should. He left Eddie. Okay, well if he left Eddie, then shit. Who he with? Who Hitchens with? But look again, it literally wasn't nothing, man. That's the part that I be laughing. I'm like, what? Like, bruh, it wasn't nothing. But hey, uh, another person who was there who said it was nothing. Bernie. Bernie was there. I like Yard and Whitaker next to see how good Ben is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sold on Whitaker, but but then again, I really don't watch a lot of these fighters anyway. Like what I mean by watching them, like, because I definitely watch film. Damn, he just punched the shit out of him. God damn. Um, I might watch the fight or watch a fight, but for me to just excessively keep watching, that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, that's probably. Let me see something. Let me see something. Remember his name on the amateur sign, Messiah Castleberry, my 11-year-old, who I believe will be pro 17. He has the goods. Who trained him? Me. Okay, bet. I'm gonna look out for him. Because I know one of my fighters I got. I know one of my fighters going. I think one of my fighters gonna be next too. Damn. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to figure something out, but it's not letting me. Oh, here we go. Yes. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I just want to see something right quick. Yeah. So remember his name on the amateur sign. Yeah, I can't wait to see him either. I believe it will be pro by 17. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what it looked like. Y'all got some film out already. I know y'all got some film on him already. Said I'm picking Oshaki over Fulton. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Michael Ray, man. I support both of them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, but if I had to pick, man, shit. Mm. If I had to pick, man, for me, for me, if I had to pick, damn, I rock with both of them though, bro. I thoroughly, genuinely support both of them. Neither one of them is family, so I can't really, you know what I mean? Can't really say put that to get an excuse to get out the way of it. Um, I think shit. When you look at Oshaki last couple performances, if he have a performance like he had against Rocky, I'm gonna have to rock with Shock. You know what I mean? Um, if he bringing that type of style back, or if he put on the same performance he put on against um Ray Vargas, I ain't gonna lie, that shot right there was whoo shot than the motherfucker, man. But Cool Boy Stuff, man, he got the it factor though. You know what I'm saying? He got it. And that's another thing. When everybody was talking Devin, when everybody was talking Tank, Ryan, and T.O. and all these superb four fighters, I was probably the only person talking about Cool Boy Stuff. Cool Boy Stuff was the prime example of what I wanted my fighters to do. Cool Boy Steph was literally going out here fighting undefeated fighter at the undefeated fighter, at the undefeated fighter, at the undefeated fighter, and beating them at their own fucking game, dog. You're a bad boy doing that. And I honestly just think, honestly, real talk, I honestly think that he waited too long to move up, and he really wanted that anyway, the inner way fight, and he paid the price for it. So, Ashanique is definitely is defensively sound. I believe he has the goods to be forced. I do too. They've been disrespecting shot. Yeah, man. Yeah, they have. They have been. I mean, but you look at his last two performances because uh, even when he lost to the champ, that was somebody he was. If you ask me, I know shot better than that. You know what I mean? He was supposed to get not Puelo. What buddy name that he from Brazil who Shakur beat up? I can't think of his name, but Shot wasn't supposed to lose to him. He wasn't even supposed to keep that shit closed though. You know what I'm saying? So I like both, but based on fights over time, I gotta pick Scooter for sure. Who you got? T.O. or Kerr? Shakur for sure. I never really thought of T. Man, listen, I never really thought of T. Did he have a great performance against what's his name? Lomachenko? Yes. Again, he was twice the man's size. It wasn't too much he could do. Lomachenko could do. The only thing that Lomachenko had over Tio was experience. That's it. Nothing else. That fight, he wasn't even touched. Ashanique put on a defensive clinic and lost. I was like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I think he put on defensive clinic, but he wasn't as offensively sound that I've seen him in other fights. I really, really like I love man. He a good dude too. Matter of fact, I've been talking to I have been talking to but I had met at the Brian Norman and Quentin Randall fight. We chopped up for a long time. I'm a boy. I fuck with bro, man. I fuck with him. We chopped up for a good minute. But that's it for me, man. Scooter different now. Scooter different. Scooter real different. I said if he let his hands go, he will have won. Absolutely. I haven't seen Shot put them together in his like last 3, 4 fights for real. If you want me to be honest, I haven't seen him really put it together for sure. And I know he's very, very capable of it for sure. I just haven't seen him, you know what I mean? Just haven't seen him put it together. Shit, we need to have a homecoming fight for Junior though. Albert Bell is going to get a big shine or not. Man, these guys, I ain't gonna lie, these guys been scared to fight Albert Bell. Albert Bell been number one, especially at 130. He was number one for like a whole year. No shot. I've been following Albert Bell. I follow Albert Bell. I met Albert Bell in the amateurs when he and I was in the amateurs, when I was in the amateurs in Tennessee. And it was him and Kenny Sims. And I've always followed them boys since then. They trying to say Abdullah Mason should fight Albert Bell next. They recently just They recently just sparred with each other. All right. They recently just sparred with each other, but that's a fight that Abdullah might lose, bro. So is Robert Easter Jr. going to ever fight again? No. Robert Easter Jr. actually did an interview with my brother. He actually did an interview with my brother on his podcast, and he told my brother he's not fighting no more. So he was supposed to come back, but he's not fighting no more, man. That gunshot really fucked him up. But he's not fighting no more. But he's doing real good though. I actually think he has I think he got a bar, not a bar, a grill, restaurant, something like that out there in Toledo. Doing real well. Yeah, that shot fucked him up, bro. He did. Last person he fought was Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin was in camp with Norman for a day or two. Albert last fight with Keith Hunter was not good. I don't know what's up with Bill, but it was a bad look. Man, I don't think he trained a lot for that fight, honestly. I don't think he because when they announced it, it felt like he fought 3 weeks later. So why is Otha Jones not fighting? I can't talk about that. I can't. Yeah. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about it because it's something that I want to say because I know what's the name? What's the name? Coach Coach Brady, you know what I mean, deals with the daughter. So I can't talk about that. Shawal, was that the card with the red ring card girl? What the what fight you talking about? The who fight? Abigail fight? See, I didn't get a chance to see that fight though. But every fight that I've watched, like I say, every fight that Bill, again, every fight that I've watched, he's been doing this thing. So I can't really say what about what, you know what I mean? Says Jared Anderson damaged goods? I don't think so. Nah, this computer finna die now. I can't find my charger. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I'll go back and watch it this while. Man, listen, I appreciate everybody tuning in for sure, man. Like I said before, I felt that Devin Haney fought the breeding fight. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see what he does next. He did what he was supposed to do. And that's fight Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? That was to fight him. He did, if you ask me, I think once Norman Jr. Adjusted, I do feel as if he let Norman Jr. back into the fight in the back half of the fight. But he had a big round. I think it was either he had a big round 10 or round 11. He had a big round, and that kind of like slowed the momentum that Brian Norman was picking up. You know what I mean? Um, but it was a damn great fight, man. I know people gonna say something about all the excessive clinching and stuff like that, but uh, those are things that you have to work on in camp, and those are things that you did work on in camp. You know what I mean? Uh, but you gotta effectively use it, defend it. You know what I mean? You gotta definitely use it in the defend it. Um, and I just totally think that it's definitely not the end. Big fight. They're gonna have another big fight coming back. Who knows? Might get Crocker IBF. Uh, um, hey, might get a Rollies. You know what I mean? Uh, Even the kid that's on top rank, you got two top ranked guys that's undefeated. You beat them, knock them out, or just completely beat them. Both of them, you're right back in the mix. Uh, Jack Catterall, he's a contention fighter right now. Go, it's so many ways you can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But people with hate now the people who do hate Brian Norman, they'll tell you, oh, he's gonna drop back to the bottom. But the same thing with Deontay when he lost to Tyson Fury for the third time. What did he do? He went to go fight Hellenius, who was number one in the WBA. He was number one in WBA. He had already fought two. What's that? He had already fought two um, mat position fights or mandatory fights. I'm forgetting the word that we normally use. He had fought two times to keep his position as the sole fighter to fight for the WBA when Dubois had won the belt. So when Deontay beat Hellenius, guess what? He became number one. Yeah, when Deontay beat Hellenius, he became number one. So when people say, "Oh, he can't go from doing this and doing that," bro, listen, he literally can go fight number one, which is number one challenger in WBO, who is also Devin Haney's mandatory challenger now, which is Jack Catterall. He can go fight Jack Catterall next, be right back in contention. He can go get Crocker, go fight eliminators. There you go. Appreciate you, Dank. Deontay have beat Hellenius, who had already had two eliminators, so he was right back in contention. Uh, he can go beat Crocker. Uh, uh, Roller's got a belt. You know what I mean? Or you can go fight somebody who can have eliminated. It's so many ways you can do this, bro. And what people forget is, I seen people saying how the Brown, where did Brown Oman get all these fans from? Well, you look at the charisma that he has. You look at everything that he's done this past week, last 2 weeks, or even leading up to the fight. Uh, you look at the face off that he had with Devin, bro, you can just tell he has charismatic ways. Uh, People like that. Um, and he picked up a couple fans. Picked up a couple fans. So with that being said, he can be right back in contention. Just don't listen to people who say he can't do nothing, man. Those people. Oh, yeah, but with that being said, man, make sure you check out Coach, man. Check out his documentary for sure. Cause I'm definitely for to go over there and watch it myself and give me something to lay down too before I got to get these girls up to go to school. I mean, go to